how to create a Google form that you can enter your expenses and your income on that will populate into a spreadsheet so you can keep track of it for tax purposes. Now, I am not a tax professional. This is just something that will help me to keep organized so that hopefully I have everything I need at tax time next year. So first you are going to want to go to google.com. And if you don't already have a Google account or a Gmail account, you are probably going to want to sign up for one. Once you get here, you double check that you're signed up. Usually this shows you, if you click on that, it'll show you where you're logged in. Next, to the left of that, you see a grid. And you are going to click on the grid and you are going to look for Google Forms. So I don't see Google Forms here, so I'm going to click more. I don't see Google Forms here again, so I'm going to click even more from Google. You may see Google Forms already. You don't have to go this far. If you don't, keep clicking. It'll bring you to a Google products page and just scroll down to the bottom where you will see a bunch of Google apps. And they're in alphabetical order. Find Forms and click on it. Once you get here, you want to go to Google Forms right here in the middle, and it will bring up a Google form where you can choose lots of different things. They have templates and all of those kinds of things, but I'm going to start a blank one. So I click blank, and this is the screen that I see. I have to create two separate forms, but it's exactly the same thing. One for expenses and one for income. I also have been playing around with possibly creating one for mileage if I'm driving somewhere that has to do with my business. Another one for lots of other things. So maybe even orders so that I can put them in on the fly. So what we have here is once you click on this untitled form, you title it what you need it to be. Expenses. Form description, you can put in whatever you want here. I just said expenses for my business. Sorry, I'm an awful typer. For 2019. So we're looking at our questions because we are building the form. The beautiful thing about Google is that it saves everything. If you mess up, you can go to the top to File and you can find past save things, and you can revert back to that. But we shouldn't need to do that here. So question number 1, on my expenses, I want to know where I purchased things from. So I basically just type in one word, or a question, where purchased, and they have short answer. These are the different types of answers that you can put in here. So I'm going to click on this, and I actually really like the checkboxes because my plan is to have this on my phone and I don't want to type hardly anything. So option 1, starting out, Amazon is really good. I hit enter or add option. There's option 2. I will type in Michael's. Hobby Lobby is up the street. There's some online places that I purchase from. Anything you purchase regularly, make it a checkbox. If you put in something that you don't need, you can click this X and it will remove it. If you want to reorder them, you come to these 6 dots and you grab it, and I can put them in any order that I want them. I'm going to get out of that one. You add as many options as you want, and if you click add other, it will create an other and you can fill it in there. Then if you find yourself going to the same place more often, Joann's or whatever, you can come back and make that a checkbox as well. So that is my first question. I need to add a question. I'm going to come over here to this side and I'm going to add a question. I did see this toolbar right here at the bottom one time because I made my screen small. So if you don't see it on the side, you might see it across the bottom. So I'm going to click the add question. Question number 2 is what I purchased. Option 1, I purchased files, SVG files or embroidery files or whatever. Option 2, supplies, and you obviously can break this down as much as you want. Craft fair / vendor fees, whatever, what I purchased. If you run it out of your home and you plan on writing off anything from your home, utilities or whatever, you can add that here. Again, not a tax professional, just a Google form person. So I usually click add other. That way, if there's something that's not listed here, I can still have it there. I do not want multiple choice. It only gives you one choice. Check boxes, you can check more than one. So what I purchased, add question. The next questions, maybe the total. They go to a short answer. Perfect. It's going to be a number. It has to be a number. And I can put some error text if I need to, but I don't because this is just for me. Or how about there is? I'm going to add a question and do final total. And it populated it to short answer. Again, if it doesn't put what you want, change that. If you want to add pictures, you can add pictures. Right now, this is what I have. Basic form, expenses, all of that. After I have a title here, if I click on untitled form, it will populate that title for me up there. Over here, we have our customize our theme, so I can change colors. And I actually did that because expenses to me are red. So I'm changing it to red. That way, when I pop it open, I have a visual expenses are red, income is green. That just makes sense to me. You can choose an image for a header up top. Doesn't matter. There's all of these things. I'm going to put jelly beans because I like jelly beans. And once that's done, I'm going to X out of there. Next, I can preview what my form will look like. You click preview. Here are your check boxes. What you purchased, you can put in $2, tax was 50 cents, shipping was 0, final $2.50. And you have a submit button. This is just a preview, so I'm not going to submit it yet. Actually, I will. Let's see what happens. So your response has been recorded. Submit another response. You can do that now if you have multiple things that you want to enter. When I go back to Google Forms, here are settings. So I'm going to click on this gear. I don't want to collect email addresses. I'm the only person using it. I don't want to limit it to one response because I'm going to put multiple in there. I can edit after. I can see summary charts and text responses. Oh no, I don't want respondents to do that. This is all I'm doing. Presentation, show link to submit another response. Yes. Quizzes. I'm not making it a quiz. So I'm going to save. When I get back here, I can go to responses. When I click on responses, it shows me a summary of all my responses. So you will be able to see percentages of where you go and whatever you need. More importantly from this is that you go to this green, I don't know, looks like a lumpy plus sign or something, but that's for your spreadsheet. When you click that, it will take all of your responses for expenses and it will create a new spreadsheet for it. So I'm going to create. It's linking, it pops open for me at the top, and here we have. It's showing me, it gives you a timestamp because that's when it got submitted, where you purchased it, your subtotal, your tax, your shipping, your final total, all of those things, because those were all questions. I'm going to turn each of these into dollars because I want it in money. The end of the year, I can add each column. I can do whatever I need to with this. So now I have my information in two areas. The first one is the form. The second one is the responses. Now what I did is when I went back to the form, I clicked on send. I clicked on a link and I copied the link. I actually emailed the link to myself, and on my phone, I clicked on that link. When you click on the link, there on an Apple, I don't know anything about Android, on an Apple there is a square that has an arrow that sticks out of the top of the square. You click on that and you can add it to your home screen, I think is what it says if you scroll through there. By adding it to your home screen, it is going to add the exact form, not the Google Forms app, but the link to the form online that you can fill out. So on my screen, I go and click on expenses and it takes me straight to my form for me to click and submit basically my form, which will then populate the spreadsheet for me. I did a separate one for income. They are not on the same spreadsheet. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure it's possible, but I wanted them on two separate spreadsheets so I don't mess things up. If I need to go through and change anything, let's say, okay, well here, I'm going to just take off Michael's. I just got it at Amazon. There we go. I can change things here once everything is here. But to get it here, I can type it in if I need to. Now I can do Michael's. I purchased supplies. My subtotal was $5. Now I've never gotten out of Michael's for $5. Tax was 75 cents. There was no shipping, and so $5.75. I can still come in and enter it on here, but if I'm on the fly, I can do it on my phone. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will try to answer them, but good luck. Thank you.